Hey guys, back again. Glad to see you. Well, I guess I can't see you, but you can see me. But glad to be putting together another video for you. Yeah, it's Wednesday, April 15th, and I'm recording this. And as always, I'm thinking of you guys and hoping that you are well and that your families are well. And glad you are tuning in to another class. And this time we're going to, let's see, I'm trying to think if you'll need anything. No, it would be good if you have a strap. So if you have a yoga strap, great. If you have a belt or a dog leash or the tie from your robe, something like that, that would be great. But if you don't, you can improvise, so don't worry about it. If you want to grab something, you can pause the video and do that. Otherwise, we'll take a nice comfortable seat. And once you have established your comfortable seat, you can see I'm sitting on a blanket. If you wanted to sit on a pillow, a really nice firm pillow, or if you happen to have two yoga mats, sometimes it's nice to roll up one of them and put that under your sitting bones. That can be another way to support yourself so that your hips are more comfortable. My shirt is bothering me here. Okay, so another thing you can do if you want to play around with it is to put the leg that's usually in front and back. So you can switch those legs and see how that feels different. You can always switch back if you don't like it. But for now, go ahead and let your hands come to rest. They can be in your clasped in the center, or your hands can be on your legs. And of course, you can be sitting in a chair if you like. Last week's class was chair-based, but you can always use a chair if you have one nearby. So let's go ahead and close the eyes. One of the most important steps we can take to turning ourselves back inward is to take away the things we see around us. So now take a moment to notice the sounds around you. Maybe you heard my HVAC system kicking in. Maybe you can hear noises from other people or pets inside your house or things outside your house. Next, notice the sensation of the air against your skin. Even if you're indoors and all your windows are closed, you can always notice the temperature of the air. Notice the sensation of your hands, where they rest. Notice the feeling of your clothing against your skin. Finally, notice the breath. Take a moment maybe to thank your breath for its constant, reliable service. And then simply pay attention to your breath. Notice the in-breath. Notice the out-breath. And now let your awareness move beyond the breath and into the rest of your body. Notice if your body is happy with the way you're sitting, and if not, feel free to make changes to be more comfortable. Notice if your body feels different than it usually does when we are together for our practice. See if anything has changed in these few weeks of different activity levels. Check in with your mood and your energy level. Remembering that however you find yourself this morning or this afternoon or this evening, whatever you find is just fine. We yoga teachers like to say that yoga can meet you where you are. So wherever you are, your practice can adapt and adjust. And especially now when you are doing your practice on your own, you're welcome to skip the parts you don't like or spend a little more time on the parts you do by pressing pause. You can also tailor your practice by adding some music that is to your liking. Change maybe the location where you're doing your yoga practice, or you can find a spot and set it aside as your dedicated space. Whatever works for you. So now as you draw your next in-breath, feel that in-breath lengthening the spine, extending all the way up through the crown of your head. Keep that nice long spine, let your shoulders be soft, and slowly start to move your head. I'm gonna stretch my legs out a little bit here while I do my neck exercises. Probably go back to my cross-leg position, but for right now my legs were asking for a little stretch, so I'm going to honor that, and I hope you will listen to what your body's asking for and honor that. So just enjoy some gentle, slow movements with the head. And on your next in-breath, bring your head back up to its normal position. Open your eyes, and we'll roll those shoulders back. Good. Remember, really exaggerate up and back and down and forward. And then go the other way. circles with the spine. And circle the other way. To center. Take a big inhale, clasp your hands overhead, turn your palms toward the ceiling, stretch up high, and let your shoulders soften. Give your rib cage a little side to side movement. Good. Let's twist and twist. Back to center, bring your arms down to shoulder height, press forward, tuck your chin down. On your next inhale, bring those arms back up. Good. Bring your hands behind your head if that's available to you. Press your head back into your hands. Let your hands be a little hammock for your head. And we're just going to do a little side to side movement here. Come back to center. Let's reach across your body as if you're grabbing something over there and pulling it, and then reach and pull, reach and pull, reach, pull, reach, pull. Good, and now we're going to reach up and up, like something is just out of your reach and you're trying to get it. And of course, if that is irritating for your shoulders, you can keep reaching across if that works better, or you can just reach up a little bit. Just kind of keeping the range of motion that your shoulders have. Gently working on expanding that if it feels okay to do that. And let's come back to center. So we're gonna take I'm gonna mirror here. So we're gonna take the right leg, of course that's my left leg, but I'm gonna mirror you. So we're gonna stretch the right leg out straight and we're tucking that left heel in. And although you can't see my right foot, it is flexed, so my toes are pointing at the ceiling. And the left arm is gonna come up and over, and then back, and then turn toward that leg and come down. Good, so we're side bending, and then we're turning and reaching across. Keeping that right foot flexed the whole time. Back to center, and we're going to switch sides. So now your left leg is stretched out at an angle and your right heel is tucked in, and remember those left toes are pointing straight up toward the ceiling, and we're side bending, so bringing the left side of the rib cage toward the left thigh, and then we're reaching across and side bending and crossing, side bending and crossing. Release. All right, go ahead and stretch your legs out straight in front. Sit up nice and tall. Point your toes. Flex. You can see my toes appear on the screen when they flex, and point and flex. There are my toes. Point, flex, point, flex. Good. So keep both feet flexed. Cross that left ankle over your right thigh. Sit up nice and tall. And let's say a hearty good morning to that hip, or afternoon or evening. I keep saying morning because that's when I usually teach. Hard habit to break. Good, and then go ahead and place that left ankle down on the right thigh so that right foot is still flexed. Actually, both feet are still flexed. And we're just gonna tilt forward just a bit, just until you feel some extra stretch in the back of that right leg. And then see what it might feel like to spread your toes. So spread the toes of of both feet, really. Relax, uncross, recross on the other side. Again, both feet stay flexed. And we're gonna rock. And go ahead and put that ankle down. Both feet are flexed. We're just gonna tilt forward. It's just gonna be the tiniest little tilt. That's all it'll probably take to feel some extra stretch in the back of that left leg. Foot is flexed. Those, you can see my toes in the screen, so you know they're flexed. And so we're gonna keep the right foot flexed too, not relaxed like this. Keep it nice and flexed. Spread those toes out, see what that feels like. And then relax. So uncross. We're actually going to recross again, left ankle over right thigh. And we're going to use our hands to give ourselves a nice foot massage. So if you've got a sock, go ahead and lose that. And we're going to start by grabbing one toe, the big toe and the one next to it, and pulling them one way. And then the other, and we're just gonna work our way down the toes, pulling next door neighbor toes in opposite directions. And then give each toe a little gentle tug. And then using your thumbs, massage the ball of your foot. While you're at it, you might twist and turn the foot. Again, that might not feel great in everyone's foot, so if it feels not so wonderful, you can skip that part. But if it feels okay, it's nice to give your foot that sort of mobility practice here. And then you can work your way down with those thumbs and get into that sweet spot there that we usually put the tennis ball right in that spot, and we stand on it. Remember, if you have a tennis ball and you want to do that one on your own, I take you through that in a video that's also on my little YouTube channel, so you're welcome to do that as a standalone thing. Although I think you probably remember how we do it. You probably don't need the instructions by now. Most of you have been doing this with me for years. Good, all right. And so let's uncross and we'll recross again. So again, we're starting out pulling the big toe and the second toe in opposite directions, and then switch. Just gonna work our way down those toes. And then we'll give each toe a tug. And then use the thumbs to sort of press on the ball of the foot, get in there, give it a nice massage. You can kind of rub or just press, whatever feels good. again, you can take the foot and twist it one way and then the other. And then continue on down, using your thumbs right in that spot right in front of the heel. Give it a nice massage. All right, good. And then uncross. And at long last, let's come to hands and knees. So as always, if you want a blanket or a towel under your knees for a little padding, I'm guessing you probably have one of those somewhere at home you could use. You could use a little pillow too. But we're gonna start out by coming to our hands and knees, and we're just gonna make some circles. So just a reminder about being on hands and knees. Again, you've probably got access to towels and things. So if you have, if you find that your wrists don't like being bent at a right angle, like we are here, you can open up that angle by rolling up a hand towel or a regular towel and putting it just under the heels of your hands so that your hands are at a more open angle. Circle the other way. Remember, if you have any questions about things like that I tell you, you can email me anytime with questions. Love hearing from you guys. I've heard from some of you. Makes me happy to know you're doing well. And then as we come back to center, we'll take a nice long look over one shoulder. And then over the other shoulder. And we'll do that a few more times. So keep going, keep looking over one shoulder and then the other. Oops, I don't have a hairband after all. That's all right. All right. So this is a really nice little practice. If you just have a minute and your back feels tight, sometimes you can just do this. And then we'll come back to center. We'll move into cat pose, and I'll do that from the side. As a reminder, cat pose is arching the back up toward the ceiling. And cow pose is taking it in the opposite direction. So tail tucks, chin tucks, back arches for cat pose. And for cow, everything goes the other way. Belly presses down, head lifts, sitting bones lift. We'll go through that a few more times. Generally, we exhale as we move into cat pose. And then as the chest opens up into cow, we inhale. And a few more times. Eventually, we'll shift back to either child's pose, which is hips to heels. Make sure your forehead can rest. If it doesn't easily come to rest, make a little platform with your fists, or you can use something else nearby. The other option is puppy pose. So puppy pose is when your head is down, but your hips are up. Easier on the knees. So choose which one, child's pose or puppy pose. Remember also that child's pose can be done with knees together or knees wide. You can always take your knees apart and let your torso sink down between your knees. back up to your hands and knees for just a bit more work. We're gonna take the right leg and stretch it out behind us like that. And we're gonna take the left arm and reach it forward. We're looking down at the mat, gently hugging your belly button up toward your spine to keep a gentle contraction, keep the low back happy. And then bring that knee down and that hand down. Now the left leg and the right arm stretch out. And then we'll just float back and forth. Right leg, left arm. Left leg, right arm. And a few more times at your own pace. As it comes back down again, shift back again to child's pose, knees together or knees apart, or puppy pose. Remember, puppy pose keeps the hips up. And so coming back to hands and knees, one more time. From here, we're gonna come up to the top of the knees. I'm gonna cut off the top of my head a little bit, that's okay. Step forward with your right foot. And so if you have a chair or a wall nearby and you want a little extra support, you can use that. Otherwise, just put your hands on that right thigh and then wiggle that right foot forward just a couple of inches. And then we're just gonna sink forward and back. And you get to decide how far forward you go and how far back. So again, if you have something nearby, you wanna put your hand on a chair or on a wall, that is perfectly fine. It won't detract at all from what we're doing. So the next time you come back, go ahead and pull the toes of that right foot back into a flexed foot. And then put it down, shift forward, pause here. And then shift back. Good, so again, we're gonna bring that down and we'll step forward with the left foot. So again, establish your balance, hold on to anything you might want for support, and then slide that left foot forward a couple of inches. And that's gonna give you some room to maneuver here through the hips as you rock the hips forward and back. So as that front knee bends, you're shifting more of your weight forward onto that front foot and then back. And again, you can pull your toes up if you like. Good, as you come back the next time, go ahead and pull those toes back. And as you go forward, really sink into it, hold here. breathe. And relax. Good, bring that back. So from here, you can just step up to standing if you like, or rise in whatever way feels most supportive for you. And I'm going to change my camera angle so you can see me. I love how this overhead light that I have here gives me a little halo, little angelic glow. So let's come to the center of your mat. And go ahead and take a peek down at your feet. We want to be in mountain pose so your feet are parallel. And let's go ahead and just rock forward and back just slightly. And you'll eventually let your weight settle where it settles. Nice tall posture. Good, let's take a big inhale. Exhale, sink. Big inhale. Exhale, sink. Big inhale. Exhale. Big inhale. Exhale, sink. One more time. Exhale, sink, and hold. And remember, this is a recording, so if you need to come out of this early, feel free. Good. Big inhale. Sink and hold. Big inhale. Sink and hold. Good. Go ahead and stand up and shake it out a little bit. All right, so now is the time we will grab that strap or robe tie or belt, whatever is going to work best for you. And if you have a buckle, you want to keep that hand nearby, near the buckle. And we're going to take a big inhale. Oops, I better step back so you can see what I'm doing. Okay. And so let's just go ahead and bring the strap behind the head, up and down a few times. Good. As you come up again, let's do a bit of twisting. And since we're standing, it can be sort of a nice whole body twist. Good, and then we're going to take those hands wider. So remember, you're going to bring straight arms back, and I find out, oops, I'm stuck. So I'm going to go a little wider still until I can bring my arms straight back. Good. So a few more times. And remember, this should not hurt. It should feel like a welcome stretch. No strain, no pain. If your arms are bending, take your hands wider until your arms don't have to bend anymore. And then go ahead and bring the strap to about shoulder height behind you. And then we'll twist. Back up and back down and shake it out a little bit. because now we're going to take the strap in the right hand, and I will turn my back, bring that right arm up, bend the elbow, find the strap with the other hand, that left hand. Remember, your right elbow is pointing up toward the ceiling. Good. Maybe that left hand can climb up the strap a little closer to your right hand. No need to force it. You can even move around a little bit here. And then slide that left hand down, release. So the strap now goes into your left arm. Oops. And you're going to find the strap with your right hand. And maybe that hand can climb up a little higher, maybe not. If you want to move a little bit. Good, and then release, and go ahead and set your strap aside for now. Let me look and see how much longer we have. Okay, about 10 more minutes till Shavasana. So we're gonna do what I know you guys have been missing. We're going to do our arm exercises. So I'll step back so you can see at least one of my arms. So we're starting with the palms up. And then we're turning so the thumbs point down. And then palms up. Thumbs down. Palms up. Thumbs down. Up. Down. Good. Turn them up again and shake it out. Good. Right back at it. We're going to bend the elbows, bring the forearms together if they can, and then come way out and in and out and in, out, in, out. Oh, look, I look like a bear. The shadow behind me looks kind of funny on the wall. I just noticed that. And so you're going to tip your hands down and back up. Good. Remember to peek and make sure that your elbows are staying at shoulder height. So remember, we are strengthening and mobilizing the shoulders all at the same time without weight bearing. It's a good thing. Good, and relax. Almost done. Good, and we go out, and this is my most hated one. So your thumbs are pointing down at the floor, elbows stay high, thumbs come in toward your armpits, and then we press back up. Bring it in and up. If you can, try to make it so that your arms stay nice and wide so that you basically can't see your arms in your peripheral vision. So as you're looking straight ahead, if you can, make it so that you can't see those arms in that peripheral vision. And relax. All right, good. Go ahead and just kind of bend over a little and let your arms swing as if they're just limp noodles, nice spaghetti arms. Alrighty, and the good news is that's all we're gonna do standing up. So we're gonna lie down now. So before you sit down, you may want to dim your lights for Shavasana. Make sure your strap is still within reach because we're gonna use that for our last thing. Yeah, if there's anything else you need for Shavasana, you may want to get that now. And once you, I'm gonna kind of come off my mat here so I can be seen better. Go ahead and lie down. Bring your knees to your chest. Wrap your arms around your legs. Let your head relax. See if it feels good to rock side to side. And then go ahead and bring your left foot down. And we'll put the strap around the ball of the right foot. And remember, I'm so picky, I would like that strap right on the ball of the foot, not on the arch, not on, no further down. Put it really close to your toes so that when you stretch that leg up toward the ceiling and you reach up high, and you grip the ends of your strap and you let your arms relax, your foot drops into that nice flexed position. You can close your eyes here. Just relax. Let your jaw and your throat be soft. And then from here, both ends of the strap go into your right hand. Remember that arm is straight. And we're gonna float that right arm out, or right leg, right arm and right leg. And back in, maybe cross the midline a little bit. And again, out. And across. Out. And across. Bend that knee and bring that right foot down. Strap around the ball of the left foot. Stretch that foot up. Reach up, grab, and then let the arms relax. And let the weight of your arms bring that foot a little more deeply into that flexed position, bringing the toes a little closer to your face. And you can close your eyes and just be. Both ends of the strap into your left hand. Arm is straight, leg is straight. Float it out. And back in. Maybe cross over the midline a bit. Back out. As you come back, bend that knee. Set your strap aside, bring your knees to your chest. From here, let's bring the soles of the feet together. Reach between your knees to hold on to your ankles or your shins or your feet. And release that. Bring your feet back down. Maybe this is where you'd like to be for Shavasana. Maybe you'd like to stretch your legs out straight. Maybe you'd like to put your legs up on a chair or a couch. Maybe you want to move to lie down on that chair or on that couch or a bed if you've got one nearby. See what seems appealing. But eventually let yourself come to rest. See if the air temperature is comfortable, or if maybe you want a blanket. As you do, start to settle in. Let your eyes drift closed. Feel yourself melting onto your mat. Eyes softening, jaw releasing, sides of the throat melting toward your mat. Sorry guys. Belly softening to receive and release each breath. Knowing that you are fully supported by the ground beneath you and by those of us who are surrounding you in spirit, if not with our physical presence. I know we are keeping one another in our thoughts. Remembering that for now there is nowhere to go. And there is nothing to do. slowly and gently. Allow your awareness to return to your breath, your body, and the space around you. Invite small movements into your fingers and toes. When you're ready, bend your knees and roll to your right side. Just resting there for a few more breaths. And then gradually make your way back up to a seated position, leaving your eyes closed, your focus turned inward. Checking to notice how you're feeling at the end of your practice. This poem is called Allow. There is no controlling life. Try corralling a lightning bolt or containing a tornado. Dam a stream and it will create a new channel. Resist and the tide will sweep you off your feet. Allow and grace will carry you to higher ground. The only safety lies in letting it all in. The wild with the weak, fear, fantasy, failure, success. When loss rips off the doors of your heart, or sadness veils your vision with despair, practice becomes simply bearing the truth. In the choice to let go of your known way of being, the whole world is revealed to your new eyes. Let us hope that a new world will be revealed to our eyes. And we will close our practice by joining our hands together in front of our hearts in a gesture of offering and of peace. I do thank you all so very, very much, as always, for sharing your practice with me and especially with one another. Namaste. Thank you, everyone, and I'm really happy you tuned in with me, because even though I can't see you, I like knowing that you're there and knowing that you will hopefully see this and enjoy the practice and remember the feeling when we are all together, and hoping that we will, before too long, be back together again. So until then, I will keep doing this as long as it's appropriate. And I again invite you to pop into my email and say hello if you are so inclined. I love hearing from you. You know, hearing what you're up to and hearing what you think about the practice. I welcome your suggestions or requests. And yeah, I guess that's it. Take care, everyone. Please be well.